Welcome back to the in.pencil podcast. I'm Adam.
And I am, hold on, let me drum roll, please. Well, I'm Jess.
Oh, nice. Whatever. Uh, so stupid.
This
Uh,
is so stupid.
we are
Thank you.
we are 22 days late on our end of 22 end of uh, what am I doing? end of
The year,
end of the year 2022 review of the 50 best songs of 2022. Right? That's what we're talking about.
yes.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we actually did a podcast in person
Yeah.
on our best of list outside of songs.
Yeah.
The first third of that podcast is unlistenable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen to it, but nobody would want to.
No.
The problem is the last two thirds, I think, is good. So we might put that out.
Yeah, we might.
Uh,
I haven't had a chance to go back and look at it yet.
yeah.
So
I did an edit. Look at
okay,
my edit, see what you think, maybe work on that if you want to. And
okay,
I think it gets into a lot of the things. You can add an edit in there because we start at like my favorite movie of 2022, but it cuts out your favorite movie because your favorite movies are on the bad side of the recording. So
huh? Interesting. Well,
I don't know what else is lost because I did not listen to 20 minutes of which is basically what you have in the
yeah, I
background.
don't know how. I think yeah. So I'm looking at buying some equipment to help us record in person better because um, that was
Yeah.
painful to sit through.
Yes. So we have 50 songs, 25 from each of us,
Yes,
that we liked last year that we picked. And
not
that's
just
a lot of
liked,
songs. Yeah.
loved.
Loved. That's a lot of songs to go through. We're not going to go through all 25. We are going to talk about our top songs, like our top one or maybe top two. I don't know. Guaranteed. We'll get to those at the end. But beforehand, we're going to do dice roll.
Well, hold
That
on.
was like,
Just
oh,
like a
sorry.
caveat, our lists aren't in an order, right? Or are
No,
they?
no.
Okay, because I didn't put
Yeah, I
mine in
mean,
order.
you did or you
No.
didn't? I put my top. Oh, wait. I thought you put like your top one in order. Is your top top?
Yeah, my top is top. Yeah.
Okay. So my top like four are my top three are my top three.
Okay,
And the
okay.
rest are just kind of like in some a decent order.
Right, okay.
Um, but we're gonna go down the list, and what we're gonna do is I have a D20 and a D6,
Okay.
and I'm gonna roll it, and one of us will go first, and then I'll roll it again, and we'll pick the number on that. And yes, I know we have 25 songs, and this goes to 26. But you may also know when you roll two dice, you can't get a one,
Right.
which is because we're going to talk about our top song no matter what. So
Okay.
we've all thought this through. If we get a 26, which is really unlikely, then we'll just roll again.
Okay. All right, go
Does that
for
sound
it.
good?
Yeah,
So
let's see.
that's some of these songs. I don't know how many of these songs we're going to go through this way, but let's do it.
All
You
right.
want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah. So your first song is 13 and 4, number 17. Oh, we got to find a better way to count this.
17. All right.
Yeah.
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Re-entry by A Day to Remember featuring Mark Hoppus. Okay, good. I can
Okay.
talk about this song. Well, I can talk about
Yes,
all the
let's talk
songs.
about this song.
All right. So re-entry. All right. A Day to Remember is one of those bands that has been around for quite a while. And I've kind of like weaved in and out of like being into them. Like there are times when I like them a lot, and there are times where I just like don't care about them. Um, this song is very special because, uh, as you know, and as we've discussed in the past, Mark Hoppus just came off of getting treated for cancer. I think it was like leukemia or something, and he's like supposedly cancer free now and better. So this is one of the first songs that he's recorded post cancer, right? And so it's meaningful in that way. But also the song itself is really good and really catchy. And it so A Day to Remember normally is like a little more like I guess like I want to say like hardcore, but a little more screamo. I don't know what the word is. Like a little harder um, than like your traditional like pop punk, like your Blink 182 or your New Found Glory. they're a little more aggressive. I would say I would put them more closely related to like Under Oath than I would with like Green Day or Newfound Glory or like Alkaline Trio. I would put, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, um, so I was surprised to see that Mark Hoppus was on this, but then it actually works really well. And yeah, it's just a damn good song. So
that's cool. I mean,
yeah,
I'm trying to remember if I listened to this one. I've been going through it, but mostly I'm listening to your list
you cut out.
with my daughter.
What was your question?
I said most of the time, the best time that I can listen to these lists is with my daughter, and I'm very afraid of listening to your picks with my
Well,
daughter.
so in my
I know which
defense,
of my picks are have
yeah, yeah,
language.
yeah.
I don't know which one of yours does.
So in my defense, no, I think most of mine have swear words. Not all of them.
Yeah,
I'd say like 60% have some explicit, then the rest of them don't. So
I
yeah,
think like 10% of mine have it, maybe,
yeah, okay.
maybe even less than that. Man.
I don't think reentry has any swears as far as
Oh,
I can
okay.
remember. I don't recall.
Yeah.
Um,
So
anyway, so what's yours? Let's go with one of
okay,
yours. Let's roll the
let's
dice.
let's roll the dice. 10 and 14. Hopefully. Why does it always have to be in the middle?
14. Lady Moon.
So Lady Moon. So solo solo act by one of the members of Shell, which I think I talked about before. I don't know if they're still performing as Shell. They haven't in a while. They may be on hiatus or they may be done. I don't know, how bands
Okay,
go. Debut album, and she recently used a Kickstarter to put the album out in vinyl, CD, digital, and cassette.
nice.
So that's something I like. Adam's like all for cassette. Uh and this is just a very good like guitar Americana like or song. I haven't listened to it well, so I don't have like all the details on it,
Okay,
what it sounds like. But it's just Americana, bluegrass, singer-songwriter type song, which I really love, which is like half my songs on here.
okay. Is that it?
That's all. I'm very
Okay.
short. I
All
go
right, Lady Moon.
fast. Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, it's your turn.
What's next for me?
Oh, please be an N number. Oh, good. 21.
21, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Mosh Pit by Ren for Short. Okay. There's a
What's
lot of,
long for them? If Ren is short, it's Renaissance.
well, it's Ren for Short is a stage name for just one female. It's Ren. It's her name for short, right? So anyway,
Hey,
I've been listening to like a lot of kind of female like alternative pop artists lately. Not just her, but like Upsaw. Um, there's a few on this list. Uh, MXM Tune. Uh, there have been a lot of like newer female artists that I've been listening to quite a bit recently. Um, and Ren for Short is one of them. And this song came out like I think more towards the early portion of last year, and it's been on my playlist. It's really like really catchy and hooky, and it's just a good like sort of a kind of acoustic like alternative pop song. Um, but honestly, a lot of her stuff is really good. It was just that was just one of the ones that I pulled out from this year that kind of stayed on my rotation. So yeah, okay,
here we go.
all right,
And drum roll, please. 15. My last one was 14, wasn't it?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Makes it easy.
So you got Cinnamon Eyes by Teddy Collins.
No, you're
Oh,
um,
oh,
bad.
Free by Florence and the Machine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm gonna be a stickler to which way we go, even though we could just make this up like which direction,
right,
but I'm
yeah.
gonna be a stickler. So this is a good song. So this is Free by Florence and the Machine. And if any of y'all know Florence and the Machine, you kind of know Florence Welch and how she sings, right? If you remember Shake It Off, and that's like I think the most famous. I could be wrong. There might be another one that's more
No, what was
famous.
that? Dog Days Are Over. That was one of the
Dog Days
big
Are Over.
ones.
That might be the most famous
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, there's another one that I'm forgetting, but Shake It Off is always my favorite. So
Okay.
this song is a great song talking about like dealing with anxiety, which is
Hmm.
so nice. And the music video, she is there, and her anxiety is played by Bill Nye, the actor, not the science guy. Their
Okay.
names
Okay.
are very similar.
Okay.
Or I have friends who are like Bill Nye, the non-science guy. Uh,
Okay.
so, and he plays the anxiety, and he just runs around with her, and it's just like the idea of just trying to get the help she needs for dealing with anxieties and mental health issues, which is nice to see in songs where people actually talk about stressors. So that's that. It's a
Nice.
very Florence and the Machine type sound.
Okay. There's another one of their songs that came out last year that I really enjoyed. I think I liked it more than Free, and I can't remember what it was called. But I did hear a different song by them that I enjoyed.
What was the other one? Another big one. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was probably the big one, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, what's next for me?
Adams. 10, 10,
10?
220. Yeah, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Out of My Head by Charlotte Sands featuring Aaron Gillespie. Okay, so I think Aaron Gillespie has made my list like every single year in some capacity. Actually, so is Mark Hoppus and K Flay.
And it's really amazing since Adam's been doing this list since 1981.
Well, I mean, even before in pencil started, I would still like have these year-end lists that I would never like do a podcast about it or anything. But I mean, I had favorite songs of the year, and it was always Aaron Gillespie's always been on it, either through Under Oath or The Almost, or through his solo stuff, or through a feature in this case. Charlotte Sands is another one of those female singers that I've been listening to a lot lately. She's a little more rock metal ish, I guess. Like she uses like harder guitars and just a more rock sound in her music than some of the other ones do. Um, but again, another one of the newer female artists that I really enjoy. This is this song specifically features Erin Gillespie, who's another one of the artists that I follow um, pretty closely, and they work well together. She was on last year, if you remember last year. I had that on my list last year was a song called Hallelujah by Under Oath featuring Charlotte Sands. So they had that was like their first the first time they had like vocal overlap or chemistry or whatever. So this is the second one. So I consider this like a follow up to that. Um, so yeah, another catchy song I really enjoy, and yeah.
How many more of these do you want to do before we just kind
Oh, till we're about like an hour and a half or so.
of? What time is it?
Well, let's see. It's gonna be cut short. It's gonna be cut down anyway once I edit this because I forgot to cut out all the missing audio and
Oh,
stuff. So
well, that's funny. I just rolled a 14. 19. 1, 2, wait, hold on. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Soft by Repeat, Repeat. Um, I like Repeat, Repeat. This is one of their types of songs. They put out a new album last year,
yeah,
and this was one of the singles that came out beforehand, and how indie bands do singles means it came out on the socials as a visualizer, or I think theirs was a visualizer. You know how you make a CD? I mean, how you make music videos these days because they can be expensive.
right.
Well, let's just make like terrible music terrible. You can kind of make them for a little cheaper, I guess. But for the most part, you do visualizers or what are they called? Lyric, official lyric video.
So I think we'll do a few more like dice roll ones, and then we'll just go through and talk about the rest of our list. And you'll go first, and I'll go next, or whatever, or something like that.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So soft fire, repeat, repeat.
Yeah, so let's try this again. So Soft by Repeat Repeat. It was a song that came out as a single for their new album that released last year, like around Thanksgiving time. Repeat Repeat's one of the bands I like. They're kind of a uh indie, somewhat grungy, but
Yeah.
indie song. It's hard to I don't know how to describe genres, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, yeah.
be terrible at this. I've always liked them since Girlfriend came out, which was one of their first big hits.
Well,
Or
they
Soft.
were on our list last year too for something.
Yes. I
Yeah.
can't remember which song I put on there.
Yeah.
So they're one of my bands that I put on almost every year. And I got to go I went to see them last year at Live on the Green, which is fun. They were one of two bands I wanted to see. I already forgot what the other band I really wanted to see was.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Moon Taxi was the other band, which I did not put on my list this year, but I did
Yes,
put
you
them
did.
on last year. I
They're
did.
on. Wait, are they on here?
They're not on this year. They were on last year.
Oh, okay, okay. I was listening through both this year and last year's list, and I
Uh,
was comparing them and seeing. So I got confused. But yes, okay, go ahead,
yeah.
continue.
So it's a very good song. I really like their music. It's a little more garagey than
Yeah.
every other song on this list, I think.
I've been listening to both because we put both our lists together into a playlist just like we did last year. Um, this year, like the actual like artwork for our list that'll go up on Instagram and be the cover for this. I broke out like my picks and your picks, but last year they were all mixed together. But this year, I've been listening to all of our picks together, and for the most part, like I actually like a lot of the songs that you had on yours, except for a few.
Yeah.
And I want to
Uh,
talk about the ones that I didn't like on your list, if that's okay for a moment.
that's so funny. You're like, here's why you suck. Um, I'll talk about the one I didn't like on your list then
Okay,
as
sure.
well.
Okay.
So do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I just don't have, but I don't know what to say about it, but the Green Grass song by George Ezra, I guess I didn't like that. Why do you like that song?
I like it's just it's a very poppy beat. It
Yeah.
just has a very poppy beat sound to it, and I really enjoyed that. And also, I love Budapest. If any of y'all remember George Ezra's Budapest, and I just thought this was a good follow up to it.
I don't know
It's one
what
of
it
my favorite
is
songs.
about his vocals, but I just can't stand his vocals. I think that's the main hiccup for me, I think.
Okay,
All right. So
did
roast
you
one of
have?
mine. Yeah, yeah, roast one of mine. Which one did you not
Okay,
like?
let's say. So you have on here. You have Kanye on here, and well, I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah.
Kanye. Let's just face it. We have the elephant in the room. Kanye's not a good person. Uh, and we've
Yes.
got him on here, which means he's going to get money off our Spotify playlist.
Well, I mean, if anyone actually listens to it, right? But well, okay. So, in all fairness, it is Kanye. So the song is called "Use This Gospel." It's the remix. The remix was actually made like 2 years ago, um, and the remix is just basically Kanye's intro and outro vocals and a verse from Eminem that contains no swears. So that one's clean for your daughter, you know.
I'm
But
not going to let her listen to Kanye. I think there's a time
Kanye,
where I think we've reached a point in our society we should just forget about him
yeah,
and just say that he is a bad person. I think he's officially hit that mark. And he's not just a person who needs help. He's now a person we should just like push to the side and don't give him a platform anymore
yeah. But
because he's only doing terrible things.
just to be clear, this song is on here not because of Kanye. It's because of Eminem that
But
it's on.
it still has Kanye on it.
Okay, fair enough.
It doesn't matter why it's on there. It's like putting an R. Kelly song on here. It's like, oh, well, he only wrote the
Well,
original.
okay, all right, all right.
Except well, I'm not going to say it's worse than R. Kelly. They're both pretty bad.
You're going a lot harder on my songs than I went on yours. Okay, so
Yes, because I'm not going on the songs. Like the song's not bad. I'm going on the person that is on the song.
okay,
Like I'm not. I don't separate art from artist because the artist still makes the money.
yeah, I can see that.
If the artist is dead, then you can separate. It's much easier because they're not making the money.
Okay,
Yeah.
shame on me for putting Kanye West on my
Yes, how dare you? That's also the only one I have a problem with. Every other song sounds good.
Okay,
Edging's very Blink 182. Anti-Hero is very Taylor Swift. I don't
well,
know who this Jars of Clay band is. Screw them.
oh, okay,
That's a joke, people. If you didn't know that, we've had like 3 or 4 videos just on how much we love Jars of Clay.
and podcasts and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um,
you can go after another one of mine. I don't have any more of yours. I can
I
make
don't
up
have any
something.
more that I can like.
Hold on, I'm
Uh,
gonna.
okay, I'll pull some out of yours that I think are really interesting. Okay,
Okay.
"Take a Walk" by Judah and the Lion.
Ah,
Um, I've listened to that song a lot. I would move that over to my list if it weren't already on your list after listening to it from your list because yeah, that song is like very like millennial,
oh yeah.
like elder millennial, like um, well, first of all, musically it's extremely interesting and catchy, but the lyrics in the song, um, like we were gonna save the world, but we can't even save ourselves. Like that's extremely like existential, I guess. I don't know what the word
Yeah.
is, but or like existentially provocative, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't put many deep songs on my on my top 25. That is the deepest song I have on there, and that one just goes hard
yeah, it's
into
amazing.
like messing with your head. And they've done another one like years ago. They had I don't suit and jacket.
Yeah,
Is it suit and jacket that
I
they
think
did?
so. Yeah,
And that was pretty deep. Just about that growing up.
yeah,
Yeah, suit and jacket. I get that mixed up with suit and tie sometimes.
right.
But yeah. So other ones you have on yours? I'm trying to think which ones I like, which ones I had thought are interesting on yours.
All of mine
Okay,
are interesting. Are you
okay, I'm
crazy?
going to tell you one that's very interesting. Toby Mac featuring Cheryl Crow.
Okay.
What?
Okay, yeah, that was another song that came out like I think at the very beginning of the year and it stayed on my playlist the entire year. I haven't listened to Tony Mac that heavily since like 2010, I think, roughly. Like it's been a long time since I've listened to Tony Mac heavily. But that song is well, the fact that Sheryl Crow's on it is interesting because it's not a condition of people you would expect to see, right?
Definitely
Um,
not.
but vocally, um, they sound amazing together, and the song itself, um, it's it's about like getting. Obviously, it's a religious song, but you can interpret it in different ways. I interpret it as being like about being rewarded for like your effort, but it's actually about um, like heaven, I guess, more or less. So yeah, I think. Have you listened to it? It's pretty good.
I listened to a little of it. I can't really remember it that well though.
Yeah,
I
no,
listened to a lot of your songs,
it's super
and
enjoyable.
I haven't gone through the playlist twice, as I
Gone.
said. Gone. I don't know where that came from. I haven't been able to go through your playlist multiple times to really get an idea of like all these songs. Except for Anti-Hero, that's all over like everything. It seems like I hear parts of that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's everywhere.
That song is what they classify as a banger. All right,
Uh,
Anti-Heroes, Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. That song is, um, God, it's super catchy, and the beat is super simple. And I've seen a lot of remixes where they take the vocals and they put it over like different stuff, and it sounds really good. I think there was one where they put it over "Cut Without the E" by Taking Back Sunday, like the music from that, and then the vocals from Anti-Hero, and it sounds phenomenal. But that song itself is just it's just awesome.
I feel like it's gonna be. She has this sometimes happens where she has a song that's really technically good, like musically and lyrically, and it's so catchy that everyone listens to it, and then everyone gets tired of it very fast. Like,
Yeah, this might be one of those. But that album, the Midnight's album, is like front to back. Well, okay. So my favorite Taylor Swift album, which I don't even know if a 38-year-old man should be saying those words like in a sentence together, but has always been Red, which is a little more country pop rock ish. Um, but this one's a little more. It's like a mix. It's like a mix of like Reputation meets like maybe Folklore or Evermore. Um, so it's like singer songwriter, but it's also like very like poppy and electronic ish. But the album is, I would say, eclectic would be the word for it, but and super enjoyable. So I have it on vinyl, CD, and cassette. Sue me.
no, I don't think I could win that lawsuit.
No, I don't think you could either.
Taylor Swift is always, she's a great singer, great songwriter. I guess she's a great musician. I'm not great on understanding like technical aspects of playing guitar and stuff. So I'm not going
Okay.
to say she's that part, but from what I know, she's great at her job. She's not somebody I would like stay in line, sit in line for.
No,
Um,
I'm not gonna pay $1,000 for a fucking Taylor Swift ticket. I promise you that.
yeah.
Um, Nor will I pay $1,000 for a fucking Blink-182 ticket.
Yeah.
Even though I wish I could go to the Blink-182, it's
No.
just it's unaffordable. So
I'm trying to think.
we've
Is
talked
there
about that
any?
already. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody I'd pay $1,000 for. Um,
No, there's not. If it's not Blink-182 for me, it's not anybody.
yeah. Now there's things I've gone to that I paid basically $1,000 for, but it wasn't just like one person. Like I've gone to music
Right.
festivals where we would end up paying for everything we had to do would be like $1,000, but we'd see like 25, 30 bands.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some of them would be like $100 to $200 bands anyway.
Okay. All right. Throw out some more highlights from your list that you enjoyed this year.
Okay.
Like talk about some more highlights of your list.
Okay, so some highlights. Maggie Rogers, she had my favorite song. She had my third favorite song of the 2010s with Alaska, and that's where I am. It's just I think it's just such a fun song.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, Harry Styles, go figure. I don't know why I really like the song. I just loved how the song sounded. It felt like it was a different vibe than Harry Styles or is he One Direction?
Yeah. He was One Direction.
Okay, thanks.
It's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
I would have never thought to have given Harry Styles a chance or a look, but because you put him on your list, I listened to it. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
His other songs on this album, whatever the album it is, I'm not a big fan of. It's just like, okay, everything else is kind of like his old stuff, it feels like. But this song I really liked. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Green Green Grass is the best song of the year.
I would disagree, but sure. So music is subjective. That's the thing.
uh, Strangely enough, my last song on this list, What Me Worry by Portugal the Man, was like one of my top songs early on in the year.
Yeah.
And then there were just a lot of great songs that came out. Um,
Yeah. I've been really enjoying a lot of what Portugal the Man has been doing lately. I
yeah.
like this song a lot. I like a lot of their more recent songs, like the one they did with they did a song with Weird Al um, that I enjoyed a lot. I can't remember what it was called. And then they did a song on Black Thought. I think they did like two songs on Black Thought's album, like from 2020, 2021, a couple years ago. But those songs are really good too. You know Black Thought, right? From the Roots.
Yes. I was like, well,
Yeah,
why does this sound familiar?
yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
wait, I know. But yes, I see what you're saying now. So I've liked Portugal the Man since I think the first song that clicked for me was hold on, I always screw it up, but I think it's Purple, Yellow, Red, and Blue
Okay.
was like the first song. This was like what 20 mid 20 teens, and I've seen them play twice. So yeah, it's been really
Okay.
fun. Do you want to go over yours and then we go back to our tops?
Yeah, I can go over a few more highlights.
Let's
Let's
highlight some of
see.
these.
Okay. Um, Somewhere on my list I have Avril Lavigne featuring Mark Hoppus, All I Wanted. That song is basically a Blink-182 song minus Tom DeLonge plus Avril Lavigne. Um, Super like upbeat and catchy and pop punky. Um,
Was it all you ever wanted?
Honestly, yeah, because Travis Barker's on the drums and on production, and Mark Hoppus is singing and harmonizing really well with Avril Lavigne, and like it's it's fucking awesome. In all honesty, North Shore by Tiny Moving Parts. Tiny Moving Parts is another one of those a little lesser known bands that I've been enjoying for the past couple years, probably since maybe 2016, 2015 time frame. They just put a new album out. This album is self-titled, and of course the whole album is amazing. But I had to pick one song from there, so I picked North Shore, which I think was the first single from it. But they have really interesting sort of aspects to their music. They have very unique like guitar licks. I don't know all the technical characteristics to describe, but their music is like appealing to me because it's stuff that I like pop punk and emo, but it's also original and unique from all the other pop punk and emo that's out there. Um, so similarly, the the Purple Heart song from Kendrick Lamar and Summer Walker and Ghostface Killah. So Kendrick Lamar's new album is a double album. What is it called? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I think is what it's called. Anyway, the whole album, like all of his albums, is phenomenal from front to back. It's storytelling, it's thematic, but this song in particular, I picked out because Kendrick and Summer sound really good together, and then Ghostface Killah's verse at the end is also really good. But of course, I've always liked Ghostface too. I've always liked all the Wu-Tang Clan. So, um, and this song isn't like your traditional sort of hip hop. I don't know. I don't even know what traditional hip hop is anymore, but this song is very unique. But you'll notice that, like a lot of my list is hip hop this year, which I think we've talked about before as like a running
Yeah.
theme for my list this year. The past couple of years, I haven't really been doing a lot of hip hop, but this year I have like several hip hop songs. I've got
Let's see.
um,
What percentage of your list is hip hop?
well, let's talk about. All right, so I got ETA by Dr. Dre with Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, and Anderson .Paak. I've got Purple Hearts, Reminisce by Nas. Nas put out King Disease 3 this year. This is one of the songs on it. This is just one of the ones that I liked the most and pulled off of it to put on this list. The King and I, Eminem and CeeLo Green. This was for the Elvis soundtrack. That was also, and this song was also on his Curtain Call too. Um, God, that song is super catchy too, and CeeLo sounds awesome on it. Um, let's see, Vacuum Boy by Call Me Charisma and Bizarre from D12. Uh, I played that song for you when I was there.
Yes.
I really like. I like Call Me Charisma a lot. He does. Whenever he works with Travis Barker, I think he's really good. Or like more rock beats or whatever. But this is kind of a more like a poppy hip hop song. And the fact that he brought in Bizarre, who people have kind of forgotten about D12 the past decade.
How
So
bizarre.
yeah, it is bizarre that people have forgotten about D12. Um, so it's good to hear Bizarre, like a little more mainstream song, because a lot of times he's basically relegated to doing like features and songs with underground artists or whatever. Quelly Chris, Alive Ain't Always Living. This song is very like abstract hip hop, which Quelly Chris is kind of abstract hip hop. Um, but I equate this to like, I don't know if you remember Switchfoot's song Thrive, where
No.
it was from their Vice Versa's album. But anyway, I look at this as like Quelly's like Thrive song, more or less. It's talking about um,
Jesus?
living and not just surviving, more or less.
Oh. Oh.
Um, and then there's Use This Gospel remix with Kanye and Eminem. And then there's
Jesus.
all right, what? Yeah, but yeah, uh,
Not Jesus. Satan
Jesus,
featuring
Jesus.
Eminem.
Um, and then there's Jump Out the Window, Yellow Wolf featuring Shooter Jennings. This isn't actually a rap song; it's more of a alternative rock song. Yellow Wolf put this album out with Shooter Jennings, and the whole album is basically kind of alternative country rock. There's not a whole lot of like rap on it at all. It's mainly this is really honestly like an alt country song, I guess. And then the other hip hop song on here is called Suicide by Bizarre, again from D12, Swifty from D12, and Obi Trice. And this, for me, I put on here because I was happy to see kind of a reunion of the old shady artists like Bizarre, Swift, and Obi. And the verses
That,
are really good, and it's a little more like hardcore hip hop, I guess, and is what I miss about rap music. So
oh. Just looking at your list, I mean, first of all, that's 8 songs, so that's approximately 1/3 of your
well,
list is hip
are you
hop.
counting Jump Out the Window, or are you not counting Jump Out the Window? Because
I
Jump Out the
didn't
Window.
count.
Okay, good.
I
Okay, good.
count it. So if we could add in there just the I know we can't, and because none of it's actually. So yeah, 8 songs, not counting Jump Out the Window, is hip hop slash rap slash.
Okay. So
So
what's eight divided by 25?
a little under 1/3.
So yeah, okay, that's way more than what I've had last year for any hip hop song. And you have approximately zero hip hop songs on your
Yeah,
list.
I'm looking at mine. I'm also looking at your list. You got Bizarre, Obi Trice Swift. Let's see, Blink 182, Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
Mark Hoppus, Avril Lavigne, CeeLo Green, Weezer, um, 2002 called.
Hey, you know what? Okay, that's fair. But then
Yeah,
I
it's
also have Dr. Dre, right?
oh yeah, yeah. 2001 Chronic, right?
Jars of Clay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I also have newer artists, right? I have Quelle Chris on here. I have Ren for Short on here. Uh, let's see, who else is like newer? MXM Tune. Mona Lisa, that's another one of the songs that Mona Lisa by MXM Tune. Um, another one of the ones that came out earlier in the year that was like just really poppy and catchy and just stayed on my playlist for the year. Uh, Ed Sheeran is relatively new, right?
Ed
Charlotte,
Sheeran's been around since like 2007.
okay. Charlotte Sands is pretty new. Uh, yeah, you're right. The rest of my artists are pretty. Well, Call Me Christmas relatively new as well. But yeah, the rest of my
Most
artists are pretty experienced. I would say
yeah,
that's the word.
most of my artists like started in the 2010s, mid 2010s. So you went for the mid aughts. I went for the mid teens.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
from where our bands started that
I'm
we
just
we were
focusing on quality here because
yeah.
so okay. I also have no effects on here with punk rock cliche, and I think we talked about this like privately or whatever. But so Matt Skiba, when he was with Blink 182, he wrote this song punk rock cliche, and then I guess they decided they didn't want it, so they gave it to NoFX, or Matt Skiba gave it to NoFX, and that's so that this song is written by Matt Skiba. Um, and then I'm trying to find my like punkier songs. Oh, Fire Iron Frenzy featuring Mike Herrera. Got a little bit of ska on there, you know. And Mike
Mm.
Herrera's from MXPX, and he also plays in Goldfinger. I don't know if you remember Goldfinger or not, but
The Bond movie.
no, the band that's named after the Bond movie with John Feldman, who's a major producer, who also produced Avril Lavigne's album. Um, let's see. Oh, Willie Nelson, Energy Follows Thought. That song is um,
This Willie Nelson. Is he new?
yeah, it's like this newer artist, only in like his 80s, I think, just kind of a little younger. Um, but no, you like that song, right?
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
Oh,
And I had myself muted. Yes, I do. Bad timing to take a drink.
yeah. So I mean, my list isn't. It's not too antiquated. I mean, all these songs came out this year, right? So these are just experienced artists who are putting out quality music, as far as I'm
None of
concerned.
these songs came out this year.
They all came out. I mean, okay, this 2022, the year that we're talking about,
Yeah, not the year that we initially recorded this, or planned to record this.
right? Well, that's fine.
Yeah. We were actually going to record this in 2022.
Yeah,
It did not
but
happen.
busy.
And screwed up.
So I think I've talked about pretty much all the songs on my list. What do you got for your list? Anything else? Any closing comments?
Let's see. So my top song by Joey Lottican is "Purple Haze," which I'll just say like that song. It obviously homage to um, Jimi Hendrix, "Purple Haze."
Yeah, yeah,
But the first time I heard the song, I was like, it was middle of summer or early summer, and I was coming back from my daughter and I were at the zoo, and we were like drenched in sweat, so exhausted. I put her in the car. I got in the car, and we were driving out of the zoo, and this song came on, and I remember just like stopping, pulling over so I could like so I could like wait till it came on to tell me who sang this song. Like, what was this song? Because
right,
we have a little thing that tells you who sings the song, but sometimes it gets behind. So
right.
I don't know if it's the current song. And so I was like looking up the lyrics and I was like, gotta remember this song. It's so good. Um,
You don't have Shazam on your phone?
no.
You should put Shazam on your phone. Then you can have it identify the songs.
Oh, well. Yeah.
There you go. I just solved
Yeah.
your problems for you.
Yeah. I did not know that was still a thing. I remember that being a thing. I didn't know it was still around.
Yeah, I think Apple owns Shazam now, though.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
I did the old-fashioned way. I just listened to a few lyrics and Googled them,
fair enough.
and then of course at the end of the song they said that's Purple Haze. I was like, oh, cool. Now I know the name of the song.
You're
Um,
listening to the actual radio.
yes, I listened to the radio. Believe it or
That's
not.
insane.
That's where I pick up a lot of my songs. It's just by listening to the radio and seeing what's being played.
Okay.
Um, it's a very good way because we here in Nashville, and I don't know if it's everywhere, but here in Nashville we have a few good radio stations that will pick up songs before they get famous.
Right, right, right.
Um, I used to say like listen to our local stations, uh, and 3 months later, the songs you hear on our local stations, or the one I'm talking about, I'll just go ahead and name it if that's free advertising. Lightning 100.
Sure.
Um, Listen to that one, and then 3 to 6 months later, these will be the songs that you hear on the top of the chart, Billboard charts on all the major top 40 stations.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of bands that were unknown, were played on there, and then blew up. Um, and like half these songs probably I heard on Lightning 100. Not half, maybe a third.
Okay.
Some of these songs I just got from YouTube recommendations or just found from what people said. Virginia, Wind in the Night by the Head and Heart. I love everything the Head and Heart puts out, pretty much. I've seen them once. I saw them once in concert, and I knew like the first 10 songs. And
Okay.
I didn't consider myself a Head and Heart fan.
Right, right, right.
And I was like, oh, I know every one of their songs.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I already went through a few of these and talked
What
about
about
some of them.
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt by Coin is such a wild song because it is such a poppy. It's so pop, and I just love it. It's just so catchy and dancey.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about
It's
that.
pretty good. I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. I like all their songs. That was the one I just went with. There were like 3 or 4 songs I could have gone with, but
Yeah.
we went with Brad Pitt.
All right,
Catchy name.
talk about I Hate the Beatles.
Oh yes, I forgot about this one. We did talk about this. So I Hate the Beatles has such a cool concept because from what I gather, it's about when you break up with someone and you mutually love something. And now you can't love that anymore because it reminds you of your ex.
Yeah.
And it's just such a cool song. And also she kind of alludes to Beatles songs throughout.
Right.
Um, and I just like that idea of like those things that you don't like anymore because they remind you of someone you absolutely hate.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least are trying to hate, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see.
Arkells. You want to talk about Arkells real quick? Because we have an interesting relationship with Arkells.
I love Arkells. Adam is coming around, I think.
I hated Arkells when I first heard them. And I first heard them at Live on the Green a few years ago.
A few
I
years ago.
hated
It's
them.
almost been 10 years ago.
When was it? It wasn't 10 years ago. It was like
Was it 2014 or 20?
no,
Hold on.
it would have been like 2017 or 2018.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say that. I'm going to tell you when.
Okay, tell me.
Hold on, I'm figuring it out. Tell me about your relationship with Arkells.
I just didn't like them until they put out that song last year with K-Flay. What was it called? Um,
You can get it or something.
yeah,
Is
you
it?
can get it. Yeah, then I liked them a lot, and then you pointed out Past Life to me, and now I like Past Life. So I'm coming around to Arkells. Okay, I came around to Johnny Swim because Johnny Swim was one of those artists that I saw at Live on the Green that I didn't really like that much, and then I started listening to them, and they were on a few. Or they did like a song with Need to Breathe, I think, and then I've been coming around slowly to them as well. But some of these like Lightning 100, like indie pop, folk, Americana, I don't know what, like, because they kind of blend genres, a lot of them do. And a
Yeah.
lot of music does anyway right now. Um, but it takes me a while to like warm up to them. But once I get familiar with their sound, I like them a lot more. And a lot of the artists on your list, like the National Parks, Judah and the Lion, Head and the Heart, uh, and Arkells. I'm trying to think of who else. Portugal the Man, probably. It's taken me a while to like come around to them because, as you can see from my list, I'm still stuck in 2002.
Yeah. Yeah, I got stuck
So
in the 2010s. I really love the
yeah,
2010s. Man, I'm trying to
but
find them. Okay, you did go to 2014 Live on the Green. We went to that together because Cage the Elephant, Johnny Swim, because we saw Cage the Elephant.
That must have been the one then. Yes, it was almost 10 years
Yeah,
ago. Jeez, time
but I'm not
is.
seeing the Arkells on this list. When did they play?
I think it was like the following year, so it would have been like 2015.
Okay, I'm looking at 2015 Cold War Kids. Maybe they're not. Maybe they weren't originally on the list, or maybe I'm just terrible at this.
I think you're just terrible at this.
I think I'm just terrible at this, but I do know you went to 2014, but it might have been 2015.
I think it was like 2018
It was not
or
2018. Not
2017. No, I think it was 2017 because that's when Arkells was there.
Cheryl Crow. Oh, yep, there's Arkells. Yeah, it was 2017, probably.
See, it wasn't that long ago. Jeez,
I
man.
thought it was longer than that. I'm thinking about the time you did go in 2014. So, if you didn't know, Live on the Green is a free show that happens in right now September. It's moved around a lot. That takes place downtown Nashville, and it has a lot of bands. Like here are some of the headliners over the years. Like last year was, um, that's so weird. I think Sheryl Crow was the headliner last year. We've had Gary Clark Jr. has been the headliner. Jimmy Eat World was the headliner. Passion Pit, Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals, Cage the Elephant, Matt and Kim one year, Moon Taxi. Those are the type of headliners. I've seen Matt and Kim into Jimmy Eat World was the wildest experience I've ever seen at a show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked. I think we talked like last year about when Matt and Kim opened for Blink 182 back in like 2011. I did not like Matt and Kim at all, and I never liked them. And then I liked one of their songs from last year that had K Flay on it. K
So
Flay's
K
like
Flay is the savior of your of
she's honestly, yeah, because there's the song on my list this year, Superhuman by Party Favor featuring K Flay. I have no idea what Party Favor is and who Party Favor is, but the song itself is sung by K Flay. So,
let's
uh,
see,
and it's super catchy and it's awesome. So
In Sync featuring K Flay. You're like, I'm an In
I
Sync
would still
fan
listen
now.
to it. I would still listen to it. I don't know who Party Favor is. I don't know who NSYNC is, but I listen to K Flay. So she's like the best feature artist. She's like the my modern Nate Dogg. like like
uh,
her solo stuff is okay. I like a lot of her solo stuff, but her features are awesome. So
yes. So I've always liked the Arkells, and you are coming around thanks to K Flay.
yeah. Well, and this song "Past Life" is pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
There are a few others they did. They had some other songs I really liked, pandemic type songs that really got into like just this sucks.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a musical artist. What are you supposed to do? Anyway,
All right.
okay. I think that's our list. Did you talk about Blink 182's edging at all yet?
We mentioned it in passing. I mean, what is there to say about it? It's a 2.5 minute, basically like I feel like it's like feeling this part two. In all honesty, I think that's what it's meant to come across as is like feeling this part two. It's got the same sort of energy as feeling this. Um, it's the music video is kind of funny, but also kind of corny. But the song
Isn't that
itself,
Blink 182? Kind
I
of
mean,
funny and also kind of corny.
yeah, but they're like 40 something years old now, almost 50. So, but anyway, who am I to dictate what the best
What's
band in
my
the
age
world
again?
does?
This
Yeah.
time they really don't know how old they are. No, seriously, what's my age again?
But no, this song is amazing from front to back. Um, Interesting lyrics talking about fucking a girl in the church, and it's just Tom DeLonge being Tom DeLonge, in all honesty. Uh, and the bridge is, I think the bridge is my favorite part of the song because it has this crescendo that just catches your ear, and then it's almost like orgasmic the way that it closes out the song. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to describe it.
That is a description. That is a description. Oh my
It's
goodness.
the it's description appropriate for a Blink 182 song that is called edging. And if you don't know what edging is, the whole song is about Anyway, if you don't know what edging is, just do a quick Google search on what edging is, and you can see why I put it in those words. Um, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to Blink's new album,
Yeah,
and then we didn't talk about Broken Places either, which is weird because we like it's the
that,
only Jars of Clay song that's been out in
that's
years,
true.
but it's not an actual Jars of Clay song. It's a
It's a
cover.
yeah.
I can't remember the artist that it's covered, but it's really it sounds like Jars of Clay. It's good. So yeah,
Um, so what I wanted to go through
yeah,
is, are we done with talking about our list?
yeah,
Okay, so I wanted to do a quick. We can just do for a few minutes. It is 2023.
yeah.
I wanted to go over some of the songs that came out 25 years ago.
Oh, okay,
So let's just talk about a few. You
okay,
ready? We'll
sure.
do the biggest song by Billboard in 1998. Too Close by Next.
Yeah, okay,
Here's some other songs that you might know. All My Life by Casey and JoJo.
yeah,
My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
yeah,
Getting Jiggy with It by Will Smith. Some of these might have come out in 1997 and then got bigger
yeah,
in 1998. Just Sex
yeah,
and Candy by Marcy Playground. I Don't Want to Miss a
yep,
Thing by Aerosmith.
yep,
Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
yeah.
Let's go into some other ones. We have Real World by Matchbox 20.
Love it.
What else do we have? I did not look up Eminem yet. Hold on, let me look up.
Probably "The Boy Is Mine" by Brandy and Monica.
Yes, The Boy Is Mine was the number two song. I didn't put that on the list. Sorry.
Yeah,
Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden.
yeah.
Uh, Wait, there was one by
Was "Criminal"
the
by
oh, How It's
yeah,
Gonna Be by Third Eye Blind.
"Criminal" by Fiona Apple should be on that list somewhere.
It's probably not in the top 50.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's amazing though. Good song.
Yeah.
These are all good songs. I like all these.
Allure featuring 112, All Cried Out.
I don't recall that, but I do like
Mm.
112.
Big Punisher featuring Joe, Still Not a Player.
Classic, classic hip hop song. The strange thing about that song is they never actually released an unedited version of that song. Every version of that song that's available, even if it's on the explicit version of the album, is still edited because it's meant to be for like pop radio. Um,
Interesting.
they did, yeah, it was weird. They would do that a lot. They did the same thing with DMX's "Slippin'." There's not an
Yes.
explicit version that's officially released for "Slippin'," so it's
There's a
weird.
reason for that one though, right? Because the artist that he covered didn't want there to be explicit lyrics.
Yeah,
I think.
the sample. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, sorry. The sample was the original artist who owned the sample didn't want explicit lyrics, so DMX obliged,
right, 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 right.
which I thought gave it a cool sound to it because it didn't say the words, so it just made you stop and think for a second.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
really cool idea.
But you can find the explicit version on like YouTube or something.
uh,
Yeah,
let's
unbelievable.
see. I was gonna see. Oh, Eminem. Okay, let's look at Eminem discography.
That's not from 1998. That's from Eminem didn't come out until 1999. At least he wasn't. That's when the Slim Shady LP came out.
Let's see. Well, I mean, the LP came out, but what about the where is it? Oh, hold on one second.
What are you getting? What
Eminem.
are you getting to? What do you want about?
I'm just talking about songs.
Okay.
Look how old we are. Just Don't Give Up
Yeah.
was a single from 1998.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So, not that anybody listened to that song when it came out.
Yeah. I, like most people, didn't hear Eminem until "My Name Is,"
No,
unfortunately.
which
But
was the second single.
yeah, that's true.
See,
Not many people know that that was the second single. Most people think that "My Name Is" was the first single, but no, "My Name Is" was the second single. "Just Don't Give a Fuck" was the first single.
it's kind of like most people think Matchbox 20 first single was Push.
Right, and it was actually
Long Day.
"Long Day." That's right. Had a brain fart there. Yeah, "Long Day."
Let's see. How many top 40 hits has Eminem had?
So I thought we were gonna go through the
No,
25 years
no.
ago songs.
These were the 25 years ago songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going through all of them. I was just going
Oh,
through
okay.
some samplings of them because I didn't have like a list. Wait, Tatiana Lee's on this list. What?
For what, Daydreamin'?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good song. With
Escapes on this list.
yeah, not surprising.
Bare Naked Ladies. Do you know what song's on this list?
Probably either 1 week or If I Had $1 Million.
It'd be 1 week. If I had $1 million, it's nearing 30 years old. If it
Oh,
hasn't
okay, fair
already.
enough, fair enough.
If it hasn't already hit 30. It's wild to think about. Let's see. If I Had $1 Million came out in December 1992.
Oh, geez, I didn't realize it was that old. Wow.
Yep, it is already 30 years old.
Jeez, this is just depressing now. All right, let's go back to modern. Let's go back
Okay,
to our
let's go
list.
back to new stuff. Taylor Swift is already 52 years old.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
So, yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, just to let us know like how old we are. 25 years. That's a quarter of a century.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
long time. Those are some classic songs
yeah.
from the 98
For
season.
our middle school years. Yeah,
Toby Mac was not a solo artist. He was in a band who had an
yeah.
album come out that year, I think.
What year did Jesus Freak come out?
95. I think Supernatural came out in 98.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
We're looking this up. DC Jars of Clay had an album come out. No, they didn't have an album come out that year. I don't think. I think 99 is when their album came out. Yes, because I went to the 20th year anniversary show, and yeah, that was in 2019.
Right.
Let's see, Supernatural came out in, yeah, DC Talk Supernatural came out in September 22nd, 1998.
Nice. Okay.
So these bands are old now.
They're not that old. Old is a
What was
relative term, you know?
what was Blink 182's big hit a quarter of a century ago?
Well, Enema of the State didn't come out until 1999, so I would say by that time, by 1998, it was probably Damn It.
Yeah, they had, according to this, they only had one song come out. Josie
Josie, yeah, 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 yeah,
came out in
yeah.
1998. I don't
But
know
that
that
was
song.
also on Dude Ranch, which was the same album that Damn It's on.
Yeah, so yeah, Dude Ranch, I guess, came out in 97.
Yeah,
Just
that's
I'm
right.
guessing by this.
Yep,
And
that's right.
then, yeah, 1999 that's 2024. We can talk about all the things that happened in 1999 because 1999 was a wild year in music.
Yeah, it was a very good year in music too. You had
Yeah.
Eminem, you had Blink 182 getting big, you had um, what else happened in 1999?
Woodstock?
Limp Bizkit happened
Yeah,
in
Limp Bizkit.
1999. Uh, yeah, man. I don't know. Oh, the 2001 happened in 1999. Dr. Dre
That's
2001. That was the 1999 album.
because Dr. Dre counts. Well, not 1990 Chronic. You wanted 2001 Chronic.
Right. At that time, it was futuristic, which is why there's a lot of like sort of futuristic synths layered throughout the songs on that album.
I mean, truthfully, there is like 2001 A Space Odyssey kind of had this idea that 2001 was some futuristic time.
You know what else happened in 1999?
What?
Millennium.
The greatest album of all time. Dude, we made a joke about doing something about Millennium, didn't we? Like we're going to go listen to it again and discuss
Yeah, we
song
briefly
by.
discussed it. Yeah, yeah.
We might do that. We might go this year. One of our podcasts should be us going song by song through Millennium.
It's not a bad idea. That'd be
It's
funny.
not. It's so dumb. It's so perfect.
We're about to freak this. Oh my
Oh,
god. Yeah.
everybody needs a partner to stand right by their side. Something in the good times, something in the bad times, which I think is actually a sample of another song, but still,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. All right.
I
So
love that
anyway,
album.
top 50 of 2022. Any
Yeah,
final thoughts on that?
I'm gonna roll this die, this 20-sided die, uh, and see what the die thinks our list is, how good it thinks it is.
Okay.
A 4. It gave us a 4.
A 4 out of what though?
20. That's a 2 out of 10.
All right, that's not that great, but
Well, let's see. Let's do it individually. So, Adam, what it thinks of your list?
okay.
A 5.
Okay.
What
5
does
out
it
of
think of
20.
my list? A 14. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
Something's wrong with this dice
Yeah.
or die. It's a die. It's a singular. Anyway, so I think it's
Anyway,
a.
for anyone who's still listening to this, uh,
We're not.
the list the list itself is available as a playlist or it'll be linked in the description of this podcast, and then it'll also be linked on our website at inpencil.live, where you can follow our links to our YouTube channel that we barely update. But we did just get a video up, or you did just get a video up about what was it, the Zelda something something?
14 fun little facts in Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And I'm also working today, actually working on another Link's Awakening video. And hopefully we're gonna have a Super Mario World video or two coming up.
Yeah, I gotta write for that. I've been busy and
Yeah.
not feeling
And
great
then
sometimes, so yeah.
I still think we gotta do our Super Mario race where we race against each other. Uh,
In what game?
Super Mario World. See who can do the
Oh.
11 exits fastest in RTA.
Oh, well, I just did one. I just did a practice run today, and I was at what was my time? Like 14:40 or something like that.
Yeah, 1441, I think is what you said. So if we look
It
that up on the
was.
leaderboard. Let's look this up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, let's look it up.
So we're going to speedrun.com, Super Mario World.
Yep,
And did you do a glitchless run? I'm going to guess you did.
I did do a glitchless run.
Because you said you're not good at the orb.
Right, right. And it was
And I'm not good either.
this was a 11 exit run.
Yeah,
So
so Super Mario. So let's go 11 exits. So the overall, why is this not loading? So the overall is nope, that's not 11 exits.
I got it. The number one 11 exit is by a dude named Suwaki, uh, from Japan. His record is 9 minutes 42 seconds on the SNES. So I'm not anywhere near the world record.
Let's go with glitchless. I'm gonna go with glitchless and see what the 11 exit
Oh, but
glitchless.
I did use no cape, so let's see how that works out. No cape, the world
Interesting.
record is Lost Core 10 minutes 12 seconds 5 years ago. So I need to beat 10 minutes 12 seconds no cape, or I can use a cape and
Yeah.
go.
Why is this taking forever to load? 9 minutes. Wait, shoot.
Yeah.
Wow, my speed run is going very slow here. 10 minutes 35 seconds. 11 exit glitchless. And it was done on the SNES Classic. Why is the SNES Classic a good one to do this
I
on?
did mine on the original SNES.
Yeah,
And,
you'd think that'd be the most common used one because it works a little better.
and I
Let's
wonder if
see.
it, I don't even know if it counts if it's on original hardware. I don't know if it counts.
It does. I mean, it doesn't matter which hardware.
Hmm.
Oh, so 11 exit no cape glitchless is 10 minutes 58 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what you gotta be. You
I've got
are.
about 4 minutes to shave off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I might practice, but I feel pretty proud of myself with that run. Pretty good.
I mean, it's really good. It's got mine beat by about 2 minutes
Yeah.
or 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. I don't know what my best is. It's like 16, either 15 or 16. I want to say it's like low 16s.
Yeah. So
And
we'll
mine
do
has a
that and
death in it.
record it and put it on the internet and get
Yeah.
on a leaderboard somehow. We'll put in pencil on a leaderboard.
I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look at this leaderboard.
Yeah, but these people practice like 15 hours a day and shit. You know how much it takes, how much work it takes to actually get on a leaderboard for stuff like this?
Actually,
So I
apparently
mean,
11 exit, no cape, glitchless. Hold on, let's see. How many people are on this leaderboard? Where would you be on this leaderboard? 11 exit, no cape, glitchless.
I would
You would
be at the very bottom probably.
be 180.
Okay. Well,
It's not bad. Nobody's
no.
running that one, but
Yeah.
it's not like it. Super Mario World's like one of the most run speed runs there is. But
Yeah. Well, that in Super Mario Brothers, but I just can't get the physics right in Super Mario Brothers.
Um,
There are some jumps that I just can't. Uh, there's some jumps in Mario Brothers I just can't land right a lot of times because the physics are a little off from what I'm used to. So
no, so go check out our YouTube channel. We're gonna have some more Super Mario World stuff coming up soon,
and go
and
check
some more
out
Link's Awakening stuff.
our 50 best songs of the year playlists on Spotify.
You can
And
also check out our 49 best songs of the year playlist that Adam puts up, where it's missing one song, Green Green Grass.
I didn't remove it.
You should do a different playlist that's just the 49 and it just removes that one song.
I should move it to the very bottom though. I'd be like, no, it's not that bad. It's just not for me. Like I understand why people like it or why you would like it, right? But it's just not for me, you know.
It's we're gonna pay to have that as our theme song,
No, we're
as opposed
definitely
to our
not.
current theme song.
No. Any origins of our current theme song are confidential. So
We may have stolen it from somebody.
we did
No,
ourselves.
we didn't. We didn't
But
steal it,
we made it. All right,
or did
cool.
we? Okay. Well, we'll see you next time. Which hopefully, the next podcast might be a podcast we did a month ago.
Yeah,
Woo!
we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. I've been Adam.
I've been Jess.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Life is not written in ink. We change, we grow, we make mistakes, we learn, and eventually we fade away. Life is written in pencil. Thank you for listening to the In Pencil podcast.